Okay, here we are on the ocean in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. What a beautiful time of year to be up here. Can imagine anywhere better to be, in fact. Temperature is fairly warm, I guess. It's like 75, maybe 80. I don't know, it's perfect for what we're going to be doing. Lots and lots of physical labor. So this is at the top of the property, and we're actually going to be building at the bottom of the property. So let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. The way we get down there is through the stairs. I'll try to keep us as steady as possible as we go through. We got some high tide action going down now. You'll notice this is our first obstacle, is these stairs. Our equipment that we're going to have to bring down here, everything will have to come via these stairs, via the water, some way. What I believe we're going to do is we've devised a system where we're going to use these railings as a slide to pull a cart back and forth. I believe that's what we'll do, attached to a winch up top, so we can easily get equipment back and forth without having to lug things like 100-pound bags of cement or 250-pound cement mixers. All these things could definitely take a toll on you if you're going back up and down these things. There's a couple hundred stairs here, and it is super steep. On either side of the stairs, there are services basically being run. On the right side, you can probably see a tube, a large black drain tube that goes from the top for the people who live on the beach so that their shore doesn't wash away. They manage their water correctly. We'll be doing a similar system down at our dome, but it'll be disguised. On the left side, there is conduit running with electrical services. Somewhere over here is water, and literally cable, TV, Ethernet cord, coaxial cable, and telephone cord are all running down to the beach here. So that's pretty fantastic. I'm a big fan of technology and using it. As you can see, obviously I'm not sure if this has been done before, but we're doing it. We can kind of maybe see the build site from here. If I pan to the left, there's lots of shrubs and what have you. You can't really see it from here. But where those two wooden posts stick up, that's where we're going to be going into the hillside. It'll kind of be a challenging shot to get. This is to kind of give you guys a good idea of where we're at, what we're up against, while this camera stays stationary for the most part. We'll drag it around to different work sites as we go there. Maybe we have to build forms or, get the equipment. We want to give you guys the full experience of having to build an earth house under some actually pretty crazy circumstances. Yep, still going down the stairs. But look at the view, people. Look at that. I mean, really, does it work? Not so much. All right, so we have taken the liberty of clearing the site. Let me pan to the right first. See that boat? We're kind of spotting that all the way down. And it's a little high tide right now. So you can see it comes up pretty far. This morning it was way back. It was probably back about, 25 yards or so. It was back there pretty far. So we got some stair access right here to get you off the beach. And of course the bulkhead is these wooden planks above some wooden logs that kind of form this barrier. I'll try to get a view of that. We've stacked a bunch of stuff on it right now just to get it all out of the way. And there was lots of overgrowth going on right here. So we needed to clear it out just to even give you an idea of what's going on. Okay. So we got that box right there. That's where the electrical's being piped in and some of the other services. Some of them we'll have to kind of dig for a little bit that aren't run to that box to get it into the dome. Because why not have cable TV on the dome of the beach, right? And internet. Of course you'd want that. So here I'm panning off to the other side of the stairs here, and you're probably wondering why. You can't really see it at the moment, but there's this water line right there. So that's where we'll get our water from. Can't really be mixing our mixes with the ocean water. The salinity would compromise your mix. You don't really want that. I hesitated on trimming back this beautiful blackberry bush because, well, you know, there's like fresh blackberries on them. So we'll give the crew something to munch on down here before we have to take that back a little bit. Alright, so let's continue with the rest of the site. So like I said, this was all cleared just recently. There's still a lot of work to be done. We still need to clear it some more. There's lots of erosion problems. There's these giant logs that we put up on the bulkhead were just all around down here, causing, you know, water to flow in, you know, areas where it was forced to flow in a certain area, causing those kind of trenches. There are some tires down here. I hesitate on bringing those back up because I might use those as forms, or we could earth fill them and use it as a retaining wall type system or something. I'm sure they can be used, and so as opposed to dragging them up, you know, that, yeah, still going, still, yeah. Instead of dragging them up that, I'm going to see if we can't, you know, use them in the build. It seems wise. All right, here's the tools we kind of brought down here by hand just to do this little job. One thing that made the job super quick was the gas-powered weed whacker with the metal blade at the end. And you can see some of the work here, get an idea of how much of overgrowth was going on the beach right here. That's all from right here at this spot that you just saw cleared off. All of that. We'll let the ocean do its thing and drag it away. It's all natural, right? It's good. Alright. So down here is where we will be building. But not on the flat, you know, already ready to go areas once we level it, of course. No, we're going to go back up into this hillside. One of the owner's kind of criteria is he would like it hidden as much as possible. And so if I had it right here on top of the bulkhead, that would be kind of noticeable. Even though it's an earth house and it, you know, kind of looks like a rock at the end, it would still get a little bit of attention. So what we're going to try to do is go into the hillside. And we'll be successful at it. We need to get our earth from somewhere to harvest. You know, I don't want to be packing in lots of sand and rock and earth in here. In fact, everything we need is right here on the hillside. Once we take the top layer of plants off and we start getting to the earth down below, it's really nothing but sand and a little bit of rock, a little bit of aggregate. And so it's really an optimal mix already. It's like a Quikrete bag you would buy at the store. We're just going to be making it up right here. So we just buy the bags of Portland cement and just use the material on site. And we don't use all that much cement, about the same as a Quikrete bag would use. About 10% when it all is said and done. So we got these cool poles that were here. Got to do something with those, design-wise. You know, make it look pretty. It's already here. You know, I don't want to have to move them if I don't have to. That'd be a lot of work for a few people to do. And the property line actually comes out over to around right here, right past where the kayaks were. And it just, I don't know, to me, it feels like a fire pit. As if I pan around here, I don't know if you can get the sense of it, but it's like the hillside kind of naturally inclines in a certain way, plants lay in a certain way, that it just kind of makes this half circle that's pointed out, you know, there. And so, yeah, there's got to be a fire pit here. I mean, I think everybody could probably agree on that. And I'm thinking towards, like, the end of the property is where that'll go in the end. Originally, we're all just going to work on the dome. Once that's successful, we've been talking about adding other things little outdoor kind of kitchen cleaning station for crabbing and fishing, stuff like that. An outdoor shower. You know, we're by the ocean, so you might want to rinse that off. Right? So that's what we're talking about. So originally we're getting at the dome. I'm trying to back up as much as possible to give you an idea of this hillside. It is pretty steep. It is pretty steep. I have not measured the grade as of yet, but if I get an angle off of that hill, I can figure out kind of how much earth I need to displace in order to build my structure and kind of where in the hill that'll put me anyway. And so that's a bunch of math. Everybody loves that. And that'll kind of tell me what we need to do from there. So we're pretty much at the point where we're going to start cutting into this hill because everything else is clear enough to get our stuff down here and start working. I picture down here, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. It looks like you can, maybe. To have a bag lining the bulkhead, we'll just lay one long earth bag all the way to the end, right along the bulkhead. And then another small little retaining wall we'll build right along the edge here. You know, that's to help prevent some of the hillside from falling down kind of onto this area, kind of protect it a little bit. If we did that, we'd also want to include like some type of drainage system below this thing. I guess I'm jumping ahead of myself. The idea for that being would be to create a frame. So I have an earth bag on one side, I have an earth bag on the other side, and in between right in here we could do some type of earthen slab that's kind of sunken below the bulkhead so it wouldn't be noticeable by anybody on the water or just walking by. I mean, you'd literally have to be in a helicopter or on Google Maps to be able to even know that this bulkhead had been, you know, landscaped nicely. And so that's the goal, is to really kind of make it as hidden as possible, make it a hidden gem. And if we did that, if we paved, yeah, like I said, we'd want to include some type of drainage system, maybe go every like 5 feet, something like that, and have like a perforated drain tube covered in drain rock, you know, forming a channel to the bulkhead, because it'd just be water runoff from the hill, and it'll help prevent erosion because the water will just have a nice place to go through the drain rock into a nice drain pipe and down into the ocean. So there's, I guess what I'm getting at is there's lots of promise here. We have an owner who's very open and interested in ideas like, you know, rainwater collection and just other natural building techniques, rocket stoves for the outdoors. We're probably going to, you know, laminate some type of countertop once we become successful. So, yeah, that's what we're doing here. There's going to be about 3 people total I've worked out, and you can look right now if you're on the website on terraform.org on the Beach Dome building site. You can see our schedule there. That schedule is based off of 3 people. So if you had less than that or more than that, things might, you know, change as that goes along, man-hour estimations and what have you. But that's based off 3 people. Definitely had some interest with volunteers coming to the site and helping us clear it off to help us build. There's a lot of people that are very interested in learning this stuff, and volunteering is just a great way to go about doing it. Come out here for a day or 2 and really get the idea of what this stuff's all about and how much work it actually entails. But, you know, the work is just part of the process. Once it's done, it's done. It will be fireproof. It'll be waterproof. The thing will never come down. They'll find it at the bottom of the ocean one day, is my prediction. And that's really the only thing that's going to stop you from enjoying the space, unless you got a scuba tank or something, which would be kind of cool. But that's... What else do I have to say? Oh, a couple of links. You can see who's working on the page on our crew tab. It'll give you the main crew as we get other people in here volunteering on the site to help build. We will be including them on there, and you can see them all in action. A little bit about me. I'm Dennis Wolfile. I guess I should have said that at the very beginning. I kind of started Terraform on a whim. You can read more about it on the page somewhere. I've got it hidden or something. Allie and Joy are both experienced earth builders. Allie worked with me at the Primary Domes project, and Joy was trained with me at Cal Earth. So both formidable earth builders. You can't underestimate the toughness of these girls. They're just workhorses. You wouldn't believe it. They'd put guys to shame. So very proud to have both of them on the crew, and they have an array of other skills that will come in handy along the way. What else is on there on the page? I guess a little. You can talk to us via Facebook and stuff. We'll have maybe problems keeping up on comments and stuff that people just post randomly. And that's if we have access to the page, you know. So any questions you guys might have about the process, about what we're doing, I'll try to come in and fill you in as we are building what we're actually doing today. You can check the calendar to see what, you know, we're doing in general, but I'll try to give a rundown at the beginning of the video every day of what we're actually doing. You can see the work going on in progress. But if you have any questions, if you have any comments or ideas about what could be done here, or what you'd like to see, we would definitely want to hear about it. And there's a link right under this video. This is Got Questions, Ask on Terraform, I believe is what it says. And that's our fully comprehensive educational sustainability forum. So pretty much anything sustainable is on there. You know, just whatever your question happens to pertain to, there's probably a forum that you can ask it in that would seem appropriate. And, you know, we're more than willing to help people out, get it in the right spot. And, yeah, and a quick response to your question. You know, we certainly love getting information up on there to just start helping other people. So we just start showing up in Google searches, you know, how to build a dome or how to build a rocket stove or, you know, really anything, herbalism, how to make tinctures, all that good stuff, you know. If you're into this, my bets are that you're into all kinds of other natural sustainability options that are available to you. And I hope, actually, by visiting the site, it actually provides a comprehensive list of pretty much everything we've found that is sustainable. And that's pretty much all we got for now. We might come back down here a little bit more to work. I got to figure out some way to actually set up my phone here, because that's how we're shooting this video at the moment, via live upload on an Android phone. You know, in a way that I can put it on like a tripod or something like that, and you know, have it safe and not fall into the ocean. That would be heartbreaking at best. Alright, so that's the walkthrough. We will keep you updated as we go along. We want to thank you for joining us. Much love to everybody out there. And again, if you want to know anything, give us a contact, give us a forum buzz, give us a heads up. You know, we're here for you. We love you guys, and we hope you tune in some more. We'll give you, like, the raw deal, you know, from the tears to the blood to the laughs to the dancing, you know, all of it, all of it. No cuts. That's how we go. All right, love you guys, and now I will be heading back up the stairs, but without the painful jerkiness I imagine I would be walking up them with if I was holding the camera. All right, so a little pan out to the site. Again, any ideas, people? Any ideas? Would love to hear them. And there's our view. Let us know. Peace out.